Alright guys, welcome to my video for LeetCode number 6, which is Zigzag Conversion. So we're going to be doing this solution, the O of N solution, and basically for this problem, as you can see, you have to make this crazy looking zigzag pattern and then return a string that reads through it row by row basically. So they give you the string and they give you the amount of rows that you're going to need. And then you have to build something that's similar to this. And then the way you can kind of think about this is when you see like number of rows 4 and then you see 4 rows going down, then you know that this number of rows is the amount of strings you can make, and then actually at the end you'll just add these strings together after you made them, and then you can see like you're going to be moving down to different rows basically, and you're going to need like a pointer type variable that kind of picks the direction that you're going. So it'll either pick going down or up, or however it has to go at the time. So we can go ahead and start off using this example at the bottom. You see if there's only one letter and there's only one number of rows, then you just return the letter. So if number of rows is equal to 1, then you can go ahead and return S. Then we can go ahead and start. We're going to make an array of string builders. String builder array. We'll call it SBS, and that'll be a new string builder array here. Then we're going to go ahead and make it the length of the number of rows that they give us, and then we can go ahead and do int row is going to be 0, and then the direction one we talked about is also going to start at 0, so that you start at the top left of your kind of 2D spatial looking thing. So then we can go ahead and make a for loop to make every single array or every single object in this array a string builder. So basically for int I equals 0, I is less than the length of the string builders array, and we'll go ahead and iterate through that, and then all you have to do is do SBS at the index I, set that equal to a new string builder. Perfect. So now you can go ahead and do another for loop, and this will be like our main logic for loop. So we're going to loop through each of the letters in the string that we're given, and this is why it's O of N basically, because you're just accessing each of the letters of this string one time, so it's just all determines on how long the length of the string is, so it can be considered O of N, which is linear, which is cool. So then you're going to go ahead and pull out the char at every index of the string, the char, sorry, either way. Then you're going to set the row to add the direction, and you're either going to be going up or down, unless you're at the top or the bottom, and so you're going to have to do some logic to determine if this is going to be a +1 or a -1. So we'll show you that here in a second. So then we're going to go ahead and add SBS at row. We're going to add that character. So we're going to do that logic we talked about now, where we determine the direction that we're going. So if the row is 0, that means you're at the very top, or the row is equal to the number of rows, so that means you're at the very bottom, and since it's an array you have to subtract 1, because this is 0, 1, 2, 3, and if you have 4, this would be 3. So then you know you're at the top or the bottom. If you're at the top, you have to bounce and start going downwards. If you're at the bottom, you have to bounce and start going upwards. So then you're going to go ahead and set the direction to some logic. Here's a simple way to do logic here. So you put this question mark, and then the first thing will be we'll set dir to the first thing here, which would be 1 if this is true. If this statement is false, it'll set it to the second thing after this colon, which is going to be negative direction, which will end up being -1. And then you can go ahead and call a method where you're going to return a method that we're going to make called convert SBS, and this method's just going to go through each of the string builders and build a final string. So we're going to make a method here, private string convert, and I forgot the T here, that would give us issues, and then we just have to input a string builder array. String builder array, we can use SBS again. Then we're going to go ahead and make a string builder for the final result as equal to a new string builder. Then we're going to loop through all the string builders, in the array of string builders SBS. So that's a for each loop for each SB in SBS. We're going to go ahead and result.append sb.toString. So we're going to basically all the SBs in SBS are these rows, and then you're going to append each of the rows to a final thing so that at the end you get PIN, ALSIG, etc. You need to have that there on the end, and then you're going to go ahead and go down to here and do return result dot toString. Then we're going to go ahead and show you that it submits. There'll probably be an issue. There's always an issue, of course. String builder, not string builder, it's string builder. But basically, this is your O of N solution here. As you can see, it's submitted. It beats about 76% of people who submitted it. I'm sure a lot of people just didn't do it with string builders, and string builders are a little bit faster, and they actually save space as well, but this doesn't look like it did too great. But this is your solution here to number 6, which is Zigzag Conversion. Thank you guys for watching.